Dame time is officially in Milwaukee. Wow. That was one of the best debut games I have ever seen in my life. The most points ever in a Milwaukee Bucks debut, a record that was originally set back in the 80s. Damian Lillard, 39, 8, and 4. Clutch down the stretch, had big plays throughout the game, made Giannis's life so easy out there. This is what we're looking forward to all season, and this is a duo that I truly believe can and will compete for a championship this year. Dame and Giannis combined for 52, I think. But regardless of what they combined, 62 actually, I think. But regardless, this duo is just so dangerous. Both players command a double team every time they have the ball in their hands. They have so much gravity on opposite sides of the court that it's just so electrifying, so fun to watch. And this is going to be one of the best seasons of Bucks basketball ever. And that's saying a lot for a team that had Oscar Robertson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? But despite all the crazy things that went on Milwaukee's side of things, this was still a really good game for Philly. Now, I mean, Joel, I guess you could say he struggled. He still got his points. He still did his thing. But he tends to struggle against Giannis because, I mean, they're just two of the best players in the league. And it's like a clash of the Titans every single time they go against each other. This time, Giannis and company came out on top. But yeah, they had a really good fight. I really enjoyed watching this game. It was beautiful basketball. That's the thing about opening week. It's just like all of the matchups are just so good. And this is basketball that we really should not take for granted because it's a long season. We know how it gets. Some nights it's going to be very boring matchups. You know, there's going to be those nights where it's like the fucking Pistons versus the Rockets, you know, and like it somehow turns out to be the best game of the night. But like tonight, just two beautiful basketball games. First, you have, you know, this freak time debut versus, you know, a stacked Philly squad, which it really sucks that they don't have James Harden, man. It really sucks that there's all that drama going on, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day, and James Harden's not happy where he's at, so, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I really don't like it. I feel like James Harden needs to, you know, quit complaining so much. It's like, I'll say like Matt Barnes said, you wiggled your way out of Houston. You wiggled your way out of Brooklyn. You found your way two different times to preferred destinations. You can't just keep doing that. I feel like he got spoiled to getting to the right destination, and now he just doesn't want to play basketball. But like if they had Harden out there with the incredible game Maxey had, 31, 4, 8, 2 steals, with the incredible game Kelly Oubre had, 27 points, with the solid game Joel Embiid had, you add Harden to them, they probably don't lose tonight. I mean, the game came down to one possession, which another point we need to talk about. That fourth quarter officiating was not great. They had a very blatant no call, which I'm a big Giannis fan. I'm like one of the biggest Giannis fans they got, but this was a blatant no call. Giannis threw the ball up it went to the other side without hitting the rim, without hitting, anything. And he was the first person to touch the ball. So should have been called a travel. You call that travel, the game potentially swings in the favor of Philly because it was a 1 point game. So all of these calls that they missed at the end, which there was way more than just that one, but all of these calls that they missed at the end really hurt Philly. Now, yes, they could have, played slightly better defense, but I feel like they did just about everything they could. I mean, the Bucks are just really scary this year. It's really going to be scary hours. Them and the Celtics are going to be like neck and neck, I believe, for like the number one seed out east. But yeah, let's get into this LA versus Phoenix game. First of all, obviously, you got to give congratulations to Kevin Durant. He passed Hakeem to become number 12 all time in scoring, which is beautiful. We love that. We love to see it. This is the first matchup of KD versus Bron since 2018, and it did not disappoint, not even a little bit. LeBron he had, a minute's restriction throughout the first 3 quarters. I mean, the man's in a goddamn retirement home at this point. He's got gray hairs everywhere. He's old, but he's still a fucking hooper. He's still one of the top dogs in this league. One-on-one, you still cannot guard Bron, regardless. I really feel like people, especially now, take for granted how good LeBron really is, because nobody should be able to do the things that he does at the age that he is, but he just comes out there and he does it like it's nothing. And he makes these clutch shots. Yes, LeBron is clutch. I don't know who started the narrative that LeBron is not clutch, but LeBron is super clutch. And if you watch this game, you will see just how clutch LeBron was. In a one possession game, LeBron comes down, gets, fast break layup, boom. Comes down on defense, plays good defense, gets another layup, boom. All of a sudden, that's a 4-point swing. Boom. Lets, Anthony Davis close out the game with the clutch free throws. Boom. That's awesome. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say here, but all I'm trying to say is that LeBron is clutch. And for those people who start that narrative on social media that LeBron is not clutch, you're full of shit. You don't know ball. You're poo. L plus ratio, whatever. But man, anyway, let's talk about the good things for Phoenix though. Jordan Goodwin. He had a lot of minutes tonight, and although he didn't have, the most terrific, eye-popping stats, I feel like he played very good basketball, man. I like the way Jordan Goodwin plays. He's just, the way I would describe him, he's a pure hooper. He's just a pure hooper. He really just, he doesn't remind me of any one particular player, but I just really like his particular play style. He seems to be in the right spots, making the right decisions, and he shot a lot of good shots. Just unfortunately, some of the ones that you would have really needed didn't hit. KD was having to carry the load offensively, and if Jordan Goodwin hits one or two of these shots in the fourth quarter, this game plays out completely differently. But I do want to give my flowers to the man because he stepped up big time. He stepped up to play in the shoes of D Book and Bradley Beal when they weren't available. And it's unfortunate that they lost the game, and not to say it's all his fault, but he did kind of play a big role in them losing by missing the shots that he missed in those moments. but who else was shooting those shots? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like he had the confidence to take those shots. He stepped up in the roles of the superstars when the superstars weren't there. And I don't know. I just believe that Jordan Goodwin has a bright future. He's going to be a good player. He's going to stick around. He's going to make him some money. And he's going to provide good quality basketball for whichever organizations he ends up with throughout his time. Another thing that I liked for the Suns, KD is all in on the defensive side of the ball. He blocked a few shots tonight. He played just good defense all around. We all know KD's a good defender. He can do that. He's got the length, the ability, the athleticism to play defense. We all know he can, and he showed it tonight. And yeah, that's my thoughts. Leave a like. Let me know what y'all thought. Yeah.